Hey everybody, John here. So I just got finished watching the most recent Disney Channel original movie, Descendants 3, sequel to, Descendants 1 and 2. Now, first let me say my thoughts on the first two films. I thought the first film was kind of meh, not too big a fan of it. The second film I thought was one that was a little better, did some stuff better that I kind of liked more. Now, this one is probably my favorite of the three. It actually ended up being a pretty solid film. I expected it just to be kind of okay, but it was a little better than I thought it would be. You get once again another really solid performance from Dove Cameron, showing that she has some great acting chops. I'd like to see her win an Oscar at some point in her life. I think she could handle it. You get some good set pieces, the backgrounds, the production design, it's all very well done. I think the choreography with the musical numbers is pretty good. Speaking of the musical numbers, I enjoyed most of the songs of this movie, particularly the Queen of Mean, that was a good one. The actors did that, did a pretty good job. Although, some of the kind of like lip syncing and the dubbing used for some of these songs, wasn't the best. There were parts where so the lip syncing was kind of off, and it was like, doesn't totally work. Like the singing itself is fine, but that wasn't really the best kind of the lip syncing. I think the story was actually a pretty solid one. I liked the kind of direction it went, kind of being something different than the previous films. Had a couple things where it started to border on cliches, but did them in a way that was, better. I also really like how they can kind of concluded the story and the moral that it had, went in a direction I didn't expect, and kind of wrapped it all up nicely in a way that made sense, was consistent, and, worked. There were parts of the story where I felt they kind of, glossed over certain things, but the ending definitely isn't one of them. It was a very, solid conclusion to the story and kind of works well with the, themes of the whole trilogy. Like I said, all the actors do a pretty good job. Now, if you've seen any of my videos on Jesse, you know that I wasn't a fan of Cameron Boyce's character, Luke, on that show, but I have always enjoyed him in these movies. He definitely seems like a really cool, nice guy. Sad that we lost him at such a young age. But yeah, he did another good job in this one. All the actors are pretty solid. Audrey made for a pretty good antagonist. Yeah, it's overall, something I can give a mild recommendation to. Not the greatest thing ever, but I liked it better than the Kim Possible movie. Like I said, my favorite of these three films. And I'd probably give it something like a 6.5 out of 10. So, decent movie. I give it like I said, a mild recommendation. And if you haven't seen it, especially like the first two films, I definitely say check it out. It's, pretty enjoyable.